Richard Martinelli, former Yonkers City Council President Leah McLaughlin, and former Yonkers City Council member and Majority Leader Wilson Terrero. All right, we've got a very warm Yonkers welcome ahead for all of you. Please draw your attention to the back of the auditorium as we welcome our honorable judges and other local officials. We got to keep it Yonkers style in here. Westchester County Family Court Judge, the Honorable Marianne Scataratico-Neighbor. From the 9th Judicial District, Supreme Court Judge, the Honorable Hal Greenwald. Westchester County Family Court Judge, the Honorable Nilda Morales Horowitz. Chief Administrative Judge for the 9th Judicial District of the New York State Supreme Court, Ann Minahan. Yonkers City Court Judge, the Honorable Ada Medina. Yonkers City Court Judge, the Honorable Veris Shako. Yonkers City Court Judge, the Honorable Karen Best. Yonkers City Court Judge, the Honorable Evan Inlaw. Yonkers City Court Judge, Chief Judge, the Honorable Arthur Duran III. Yonkers City Court Judge, the Honorable Karen Beltran. Yonkers City Court Judge, the Honorable Daniel Romano. And joining us from the county seat in White Plains, Westchester County Executive George Latimer. Now it's time for our Yonkers City Council. From the 6th District, the Honorable Anthony Moranti. Representing the 3rd District Yonkers City Council member, the Honorable Tasha Diaz. From our 2nd District Yonkers City Council member, the Honorable Corazon Pineda Isaac. Representing the 1st District Yonkers City Council member, the Honorable Deanna Robinson. Our Yonkers City Council Minority Leader, the Honorable Mike Breen. Yonkers City Council member and Majority Leader, the Honorable John Rubo. And Yonkers City Council President, the Honorable Lakeisha Collins Bellamy. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the man of the hour? For the purpose of presenting his annual State of the City address, please welcome the 42nd Mayor of the City of Yonkers, Mayor Mike Spano. Please welcome. As we lower the music, let's please welcome our Yonkers Police Department Color Guard, led by Captain Richard Alamo. Please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance, led by Eagle Scouts Jason Villarreal and Dylan Michael Smith, followed by our national anthem performed by the Yonkers Middle High School Madrigal Singers.
Religious headgear, place your hand over your heart and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's give another round of applause for our Yonkers Police Color Guard, our Eagle Scouts, Jason Villarreal and Dylan Michael Smith, and the YMHS Madrigal Singers, led by Choir Director Michiko Pereira. You may all be seated. As the 42nd mayor of the city of Yonkers and the longest-serving mayor in Yonkers history, Mike Spano has led us to this pivotal moment. Tonight, it's our time. to celebrate the achievements and accomplishments of the great city of Yonkers, a city many of us call home. Under Mayor Spano's leadership, we've laid the groundwork for some extraordinary milestones and solidified the foundation as we continue to grow. It's our time to shine and be proud of our city, joining together as colleagues, neighbors, and friends to examine where we are and what's next for the state of our city. Take a look.
I've been thinking about this, Mr. Hand. If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
You're absolutely right, Mr. Spicoli. It is our time.
Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here.
Let's go. It's our time. Everybody in. Our time, our time, our time.
This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
You can't dismiss the city. It's our time.
This is our time, this is our time. Buried our roots on the front lines. Digging in deep for the long night. Heartbeat steady, heartbeat steady. Been fighting so hard all of my life. Getting so close and it feels like I'm taking my place in the spotlight. Better get ready, better get ready. We don't back down, this is what we're made of. Standing our ground, here it goes down. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Ain't no time like the here and now. Yeah, we showed up, now we showing out. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 42nd Mayor of the City of Yonkers, Mayor Mike Spano.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. I'm going to start off a little off script. Number one, I saw Chuck Lesnick, our former council president, on our way in. Chuck, it's good to see you. Number two, our county executive, George Latimer, who's always there for us. So I want to make sure we give him a second shout out. It's the county executive. And number three, but certainly not least, is someone that I never really thank, but somebody who puts in countless hours with her team to make this all happen. And I mean weeks and weeks of preparation, a lot of hard work, and a lot of coordination. So let's give it up for Christina Gilmartin and the public information team. Good evening, Council President Collins Bellamy, our city's First Lady, my wife Mary, and two of our three children are here today, Michael and Alexandra, and love you guys, and my little Christopher, who is, I'd like to say he's away at college, but he really isn't. He's on spring break. So now I'm figuring maybe he's watching today. Maybe he's watching this right now. If he is, Chris, hope you're having a good time. If you're not, I hope you're not having a good time. So, but, enjoy. Have a salute. Anyway, so before we begin, let's give the Yonkers Middle High School singers and our Yonkers Eagle Scouts another round of applause. for helping us kick off this evening. I have to tell you, when you see these kids in action, it makes you really appreciate the job that you have in the city we live in. And for those keeping track, you know that I've stood here a few times already. Before to tout the many accomplishments, to brag about our progress, and to celebrate the diversity that makes our city so special. So what, you might ask, could possibly be new? And as you're about to hear, quite a lot. New businesses, new jobs, new services, new energy, and a new vision. And there's a lot that's the same. Like still being one of the safest cities in the nation. Like being a city where people move to rather than move from. Like being a city with the best high school graduation rate of any big city in New York State. So, how do I energize our city more now than ever before? I see this time as a chance to build upon the foundation that we have all created. We now can stand on the summit with very little in our way and declare that this is our time to hit our stride, our time to reach our fullest potential. Council President, that's 3 in a row. That's true, that's 4. There's no time better than now when it comes to safety of our residents and the businesses, because that's what everyone in this room cares about. It's what all of our families think about each and every single day. Crime is down 24% since 2011, and we intend to keep it down. And it starts with having the best police department. Each of our officers and their leaders have a personal dedication to this city that is extraordinary. It's never been tougher, we all know, to be a police officer. We see the headlines. We see the criticisms of our police nationwide. We see legislators passing laws in many places that make it harder for them to fight crime, just to do their job. We see social media influencers who make it their business to criticize them rather than support them. I can't say enough about our police officers here in Yonkers who remain dedicated to their profession and to the community. And I can't say enough about the people of Yonkers who support their police and their mission at a level that you don't see anywhere else. You really don't. But even the best police aren't enough. Not when criminals are always looking for new ways to victimize our community. You need the best technology, and we do have it here. In 2023, we opened the police department's state-of-the-art Aware Room, which allows officers on the street, citywide, to coordinate data in one central location. It's how if someone is assaulted on the street, that we can get a visual of that perpetrator and see where he fled, and if he got into a car, find out where he's going, stop, and most of all, arrest him. It's how if there's a serious accident or other emergency, we can immediately determine what assistance we need to provide and how we can get there the fastest. So the Aware Room has assisted in 700 calls of service and counting. Each of those calls represents a criminal who was caught, a person with a medical emergency who was helped, a missing person who was found, or a danger that was prevented. You put the best police together with the best technology, and you have a city that's not just one of the safest of its size in America, but a city that's going to stay that way, and you can count on it. You might ask how. We keep investing in evolving technology. How many times do we hear about police or the public being hurt in the course of a chase? To deal with that, we are looking at cutting-edge pursuit mitigation techniques such as GPS trackers that we can fire at a fleeing vehicle. They don't hurt anybody, but they allow officers to safely follow a car wherever it goes. There's other technology, some that deflate tires. You'll be seeing in your future. YPD is also launching its first ever all-purpose drone this spring, serving as a first responder. The drone will provide a bird's eye view of incidents in real time, providing officers on the ground a visual of the situation before they even arrive. The advantage here is unmatched compared to traditional emergency response, from high-speed pursuits to even spotting lost children and elderly. It also saves money and wear and tear on our police cars. You know, we already have over 200 programs in place, so Yonkers Police remains devoted to its community policing efforts more now than ever before. Not only can you get coffee with a cop or pizza with a police officer, they even will be serving, you're going to like this one, cone with a cop. And while these may sound silly, and sometimes they do, these programs break down rather than build barriers, and connecting our officers to the community in a very casual and non-confrontational way. Plus, I'm hoping cone with a cop might settle a long-standing debate: is Commissioner Sapienza a chocolate or a vanilla guy? It might even inspire me to start something similar. What do you think? You know, quality of life issues remain a top priority for our police department. The legalization of cannabis in New York is causing a lot of concern because unlicensed smoke shops are popping up throughout the state. These shops are a top priority for us. Unfortunately, when the state passed cannabis legalization, they really didn't foresee the illegal sales in smoke shops and chose not to provide the local governments. They chose not to provide us with the proper tools that we needed to punish those who sell it illegally. Now, let me be clear. Illegal sales are not about lost taxes. They are about lives that are harmed or even lost by adulterated products or sales to minors. That's why we've established a task force to bring the various city agencies together to target smoke shops that sell illegal cannabis products. We've closed over a dozen of these shops in the past year alone, and we'll continue to crack down. But what we really need is for New York State to pass laws that allow us to permanently close stores and that sell cannabis without a license, and to penalize the owners of those establishments. It's disheartening, it really is, to close up one of these shops just to see owners get a slap on the wrist and then reopen. We are also cracking down on careless drivers, and more specifically, those who don't care about passing school buses that are picking up or discharging our children. The Yonkers Safe Stop program has outfitted most of our school buses with cameras. Now, if you pass a school bus that is halted with its safety arm extended and flashing lights on, your license plate will be caught on camera and you'll get a fine in the mail. Believe it or not, just in the past 4 months, and this is a really sad number, guys, I'm sad to report that we've issued 8,600 of these tickets, sometimes to second or third time offenders. It's important to remember that the law says you must stop for school buses even if there is a roadway medium between you and the bus. If you see the bus stop and its flashing lights are on, you need to slow your roll. Improving public safety also means the safety of our firefighters. The first phase of the Joint Police and Fire Training Facility is now operational. Fire companies have already begun utilizing the structure for daily training, keeping them safe and saving money. New this year, technological advancements will aid Yonkers bravest who are being trained on new, fully integrated, computer-aided management tracking systems and a new portable radio accountability system. And these upgrades can make a difference in the life or death situations should our firefighters ever become trapped or injured during a fire. Let me just say thank you to the City Council for all that they do, but especially the funding that was made available for this life-saving equipment. Thank you. Along with Empress Ambulance and countless Yonkers frontline workers, let's be sure to thank all of our first responders who routinely risk their lives each and every single day on behalf of the Yonkers residents. No, there's no time in Yonkers like the present when it comes to our thriving economic engine. Yonkers is a growing city. What's that mean? Well, that means it's a changing city. And our job is to ensure that it's good change. Change that means more jobs, more quality housing, more parks and open space, more of the things that we all like to call livability. So let's talk about some of the good changes we are seeing in Yonkers these days. The downtown waterfront continues to thrive. Auditorium's 250-unit apartment tower on Hudson Street continues its rise, and when it opens, will be a signature building that will rival anything you might see in White Plains, New Rochelle, or even Manhattan. Meanwhile, just a block away, ready to open this summer, is the 125-unit building on Prospect Street, and 57 Alexander Street is leasing up as well. That's more people to shop in our downtown and eat in our downtown restaurants, as well as enjoy the wonderful riverfront public walkways, which, by the way, thanks to the county executive, will eventually connect north and south, creating a 4-mile continuous riverwalk. You know, for so many years, and I'm sure you've all heard it, people would complain about our downtown. How many times would people say to me, how come Yonkers is so big that you don't even have a Starbucks downtown? Well, now we have several coffee shops as well as other amenities, and yes, one of them is a Starbucks. We are making sure new residential buildings extend to all 4 corners of the city, opening at McLean Avenue, at Main Street, at Ravine, at Scarsdale Road, at Trinity Plaza and Ridge Hill, and major retailers and movie studios are settling in after years of anticipation. And we are keeping our promise on making sure that all development is inclusive and accessible. In 2023 alone, over 1,950 units of housing were reviewed and approved. And of these new units, 730 of them are affordable and below market rate. The Ludlow neighborhood redevelopment is well underway, marking the first significant new development in the area in 50 years. And coupled with a new waterfront park, thank you, County Executive George Latimer, that's about to undergo construction, marks a new phase in our efforts to revitalize older areas in our city. Yonkers is also becoming an emerging center to the healthcare industry. The Yonkers medical mile on North Broadway is flourishing, adding more specialized medical practices and pharmacies each and every year. We are even attracting a new generation of medical professionals here. A new partnership between St. Joe's Medical Center and the University of Mount St. Vincent is developing modern nursing educational initiatives, including expanded research and clinical opportunities. To prepare for the growing population, we are making way for the 2,500-unit development at Chicken Island and a new 500-space garage along Neppahan Avenue next to the Case Justice Center. 2024 also marks the time our friends at MGM Resorts will hopefully see their vision of a full-scale gaming facility come to life. Empire City recently unveiled its plans for our very own world-class entertainment destination, featuring a 5,000-seat arena, multi-level garage, new restaurants, retail, and a sports book. And for those who don't know what a sports book is, it's a sports bar. As the third largest ticket seller for live performances in the United States, MGM will surely attract big talent, big dollars, and who knows who you might see performing there. You guys look good there. You know this is true, too. You know you guys be doing it. With full gaming, MGM will create thousands of jobs, $1 billion in economic activity, economic development activity, plus $20 million in new gaming revenues to the city. And I know the support of MGM is strong here in our city. We've supported this historic property for well over 125 years, and I'm excited about the significant impact full gaming will have on our city for years to come. Thank you to our state delegation, led by Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins, for advocating in our quest to create endless opportunities for Yonkers residents. And there's no doubt that our time in the Hollywood limelight is now, with the actors and writers strike finally being over. Our streets are once again buzzing with sounds of floodlight generators and action calls. As our friend Robert Halmy told Westchester Business Journal, Yonkers is clearly now the #1 place in the United States to make film and television. And the proof is in the numbers. In 2023, the city generated well over $300,000 in revenue from film and production. That's even coming out of the strikes. And thanks to investments from Great Point Studios, the industry is expanding on Warburton and on North Broadway. Spanish-owned Media Pro is expected to open this fall, and that will provide us 650 new jobs. Like the film industry, Yonkers arts are more vibrant than ever. Yonkers Arts Weekend returns this year with now not just a one-day, but now a two-day festival in May. We are unveiling new public art around the city in collaboration with my good friend Ray Wilcox and the Yonkers Arts, displaying the colorful tapestry and talent of our residents. Yonkers youth are inspiring us as well. They're installing their first mural this spring and will repair current murals that may have been damaged or unfortunately vandalized. I want to say thank you to Yonkers Arts for supporting our city and our wonderful culture. Our Hudson River Museum keeps delivering as the premier cultural anchor and tourism magnet for the region. Its West Wing is fully operational, featuring world-class exhibition galleries with stunning views of the Hudson River and Palisades. Cited for its best date night, HRM is launching free First Fridays when visitors are welcome to stay late for special performances, and it'll be free of charge. The stars are even more aligned for the museum, and I'm especially excited to share that the Hudson River Museum was selected to promote and celebrate the upcoming total solar eclipse next month. Our hometown hero, astronaut, and Roosevelt graduate, Ron Garin, is making a special appearance in the coming weeks at the planetarium. And we always love seeing Ron. We always love seeing Ron home. There's no greater time for our parks. Yonkers continues to transform, innovate, and create safe, accessible improvements to our neighborhood parks. For years, Yonkers renovated just maybe one or two parks a year. But because of the city council, now dozens are updated each year to accommodate our evolving outdoor activities. Pickleball courts can be found at 4 of our city parks. And if you want to dust off those roller skates, join us this summer at Murray's for a little roller disco. One very meaningful addition this year to our parks is the new Respite Sanctuary gazebo along the waterfront. In partnership with the Alzheimer's Association of America, our Parks Department made site improvements for residents and their caregivers who seek a calming and safe place for those living and dealing with memory loss. Unto-My Gardens continues to mystify and allure visitors from all across the country. This year, we successfully completed the Persian pool renovations with precision after decades of neglect. And with the same attention to detail, we are working to recreate the Medusa mosaic, which will be installed later on this spring. I want to say thank you to Unto-My Gardens Conservancy for your tireless dedication to renewing the gardens and ensuring that its greatest days still lie ahead of us. With all this open and user-friendly space, we continue to turn our attention for our environment and ways to keep our city more sustainable. And this includes something as simple as trees. So for the 37th year in a row, Yonkers has been designated a Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation. Now, why is that important? Because we understand trees not only provide beauty, but they also provide essential shade and natural habitats for local wildlife. Thanks to our Parks Department, we planted over 140 trees in southwest Yonkers alone, along with And not just that, but along with perennial plantings, pollinator gardens, and shade structures. We are taking the time and the resources to reverse the damage that was created by years of neglect and decline to a neighborhood that's more deserving of a healthy and safe quality of life. I want to say thank you to our federal partners who plan to do even more, and we plan to do even more. Groundwork Hudson Valley is in receipt of a $5 million grant to plant more trees and boost youth education and job training to fight the impacts of climate change in our community. With additional federal dollars, we also plan to extend job training to our newest green initiative. It's called the Yonkers Solar for All. Installing affordable solar energy sources in homes will decrease utility costs by as much as 20%. And allow for more equitable opportunities for families in underserved communities. Over 5 years, careers will be created by training 60 individuals a year to get certified in a trade, ensuring we have ample workers who can install solar panels in South Yonkers, think about this, for as many as 10,000 homes. As leaders in sustainability, we also expand existing programs that create lasting change. Last year, I told you that our drop-off food scrap collection program was so successful that we were launching a curbside pilot program. And I'm happy to report that 1085, our friends at 1085 Wilburton Avenue, you can always depend on them, collected nearly 8 tons of food scraps in just 1 year. Let's give it up for them. And you know, success is contagious, and that's why we are pleased to share that starting this year, we are expanding the food scrap collection to include our friends in the municipal housing developments. That's another 100 units that are set to pitch in to help create a cleaner, greener Yonkers. A greener Yonkers also means an improved water system for our residents who are frustrated with their water bills. I know many of you are. Help is finally on the way. We've contracted, you should clap for that one. We've contracted a new and improved automated water meter system. You'll receive more accurate data, notifications of potential leaks, and real-time billing information. And with a 20-year warranty, Yonkers can now ensure an accurate water usage and billing system for at least the next 2 decades. We are now powering up our city in new ways. We continue to be leaders in the state, converting our city's fleet to electric, with about a third of our light-duty vehicles being either fully electric or hybrid. Last month, we welcomed 7 new all-electric, what they call lightning pickups, to help bridge the gap to zero emissions. DPW is transitioning its 400 diesel-powered vehicles to operate on renewable diesel. We are also working quickly to power up our cars and yours by installing fast charging stations along Neppahan Avenue and in area shopping centers this fall. Hopefully, we can get additional federal funds to help support the infrastructure that is necessary to reach the nation's alternative energy requirements. You know, a decade ago, we were innovators in lighting up our roadway with LED streetlights. In 2024, we are at it again. This time, Commissioner Meyer and DPW will begin work on installing LED crosswalks at 6 major intersections across the city. These in-ground solar-powered crosswalks will illuminate at night and improve safety for the pedestrians and motorists alike. We also know that technology better informs and connects each and every one of us. You recently may have noticed that the new LED jumbo screen that's flanking the Government Center garage, which was supposed to be working today but isn't. That's why I feel a little annoyed, but all right. I like to call it Yonkers Tron. And here you'll learn about the latest news, events, and programs of the day. And for those lucky enough to have a day proclaimed in their honor, be sure to stop by, take a picture, because your name will be displayed for all to see. And on that, let's give Lucia Travato a nice round of applause for all she does. Thank you, Lucia. Together with a new city website set to launch in the next coming months, Yonkers is committed to providing information easily and accessibly. The city's future is only as good as its next generation, which is why we are so proud of the progress our schools have made, and why we keep on working so hard to make them better. Our teachers and students have worked so hard to achieve a 90% graduation rate. So don't they deserve new schools, replace some of the old buildings that are, nearly 100 years old? This September, we will open the first new schools, 2 new schools in a generation. The Justice Sotomayor School is the first of its kind in our district, featuring multifunctional spaces that will be accessible to the community without the need to keep the entire campus open after hours. Special amenities will include multi-purpose gymnasium with a stage, a full-size basketball court and locker rooms, as well as a cafeteria with a full kitchen. And the addition of a health suite with medical and dental exam rooms will finally start to address the healthcare inequities many of our children face. And that's right. If your child does not have adequate access to health care services, they soon will be made available there. It's also time to cut the ribbon on our new Yonkers Film and Television Production Academy. With the support of Great Point Studios, Yonkers Public Schools will build a generation of innovators ready for workplace employment in a variety of film and production industries, not just through classwork, but with apprenticeships and internships. Students grades 6 through 12 will develop their imagination through hands-on, project-based, practical learning. The facility also will serve the community at large. We currently are working with the Parks Department to create access to another much-needed swimming pool. Finally, a swimming pool on the west side of town for our kids' recreational needs. Excuse me. These, along with other learning facility centers, our teachers, staff, and parents are making Yonkers Public Schools a model urban district. We are hitting our stride. Our schools and students are nationally recognized. This year, Pearls Hawthorne School was named an exemplary high-performing school, earning a national blue ribbon. Some students like Rania Khan and Riverside's Ebenezer Wantoumi were recently spotlighted for their academic achievements. Rania became one of just 300 semi-finalists nationwide chosen for the Regeneron Science Talent Search. And the second ever, and Rania was the second ever from Yonkers. And Ebenezer is a finalist to become a 2024 U.S. Presidential Scholar in Career and Technical Education. I know Rania is here. Students and administrators from Pearls are all with us here tonight. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding students. You know, we continually support our students at all levels and interests. This year, YPS rolled out its new esports program in its high schools and middle schools, building building out our after-school curriculum that boosts school attendance and academic performance. Who knew a Nintendo Switch could be so educational? So, of course, Yonkers, my brother's keeper, continues to climb to new heights. I had the pleasure of joining my colleagues in Chicago last spring to accept one of only 4 Model Community Awards designated by President Obama and the foundation. Yonkers' achievements in its stellar rise in graduation rates in short time was recognized amongst MBK chapters nationwide. And Yonkers MBK won't stop here. They never do. Working with the Yonkers police, our young men have their sights on another MBK milestone, keeping our youth safe from violent crime. While this number is already low, we know working together, we can reduce disruptive behavior even more. The students continue to amaze me. They amaze all of us. And so please join me in congratulating our young men and women, many of whom actually came here tonight, worked with us tonight, and are still here, who are with us tonight. Let's just give them a nice round of applause. You know, I've always said that education doesn't have to end at the sound of the school bell. So I've asked my administration to work with Yonkers schools to ensure there are opportunities after school and beyond. And over the past 15 years, our workforce development summer youth program employed over 3,000 economically disadvantaged youth. Some of these jobs include school and municipal positions, from shadowing our police officers on ride-alongs to joining the city's housing and building department. These young people are making futures for themselves by putting their best foot forward and learning life skills. In fact, a former summer school program participant now works with the Yonkers Board of Ed, overseeing my brother's keeper, while another former participant is now a teacher at Gorton High School. And her sights are set on becoming a Yonkers public school principal upon the completion of her master's. And let's say congratulations to Derek and Taisha. Both are with us here tonight. I saw Derek on our way over. And of course, none of this would be possible without the incredible support and commitment of our Board of Trustees. And then let's give him a nice round of applause. The interim superintendent of schools, Dr. Luis Rodriguez. Thank you for stepping up and being there for us. I also know that our new superintendent, Dr. Anibal Soler, is with us today. He will take the baton seamlessly and become the next superintendent. Dr. Soler has an impressive resume working in urban districts just like ours, and he officially joins us May 1st as the district's newest superintendent. Dr. Soler is here with us tonight. Let's give him a nice, warm Yonkers welcome. Looking forward to working with you, Doc. You know, during my time as mayor, I've made it a priority to work hand in hand with the Yonkers Public Schools, whether it be here or being their voice at the state capitol. Together with your help and strong leadership within our district, we've been able to work on our way back into the path towards educational success. Yonkers' growing population over the past 10 years has meant the need for more equitable and inclusive funding to support new families living here. And our commitment to our schools has never been greater. However, with rising costs in healthcare, loss of federal dollars, and the impacts of the pandemic, both of our upcoming city and school budgets pose a serious challenge, one that we haven't quite faced in a while. That's why tonight I ask you all, redouble your efforts. Join with me as we go to seek more assistance from Albany. We've proven Yonkers can deliver on the state's investments. Whatever they give to us, we make it work. And despite the lack of increase in municipal aid or the fact that we get the least amount of aid of any one of the big 5 districts, we make it work. We have the best graduation rate. We have the lowest crime rate. Yonkers continues to achieve. And you know, And we have dealt with tough budgets before, but your support is vital here for our continued success. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you, especially the City Council, because we'll get the job done. And as I approach a birthday milestone next month, that I made him take the number out, I am reminded of another significant date that will soon be, that we'll all celebrate, and that's the 250th anniversary of our nation. For Yonkers, we have a chance to learn how our city and our ancestors played such a pivotal role in our city's independence. That's why this spring, I will announce the launch of the revolutionary Yonkers 250. The goal here is to educate and engage our residents about their significance and relevance of Yonkers in the American Revolution and beyond. We've heard about the Phillips family, we've heard about George Washington, the battles fought here, but there's so much more for us to learn. To guide us, I will appoint a committee of civic leaders, historians, and educators who will plan events leading up to the nation's big day. 2026 is just around the corner, so let's all get excited to celebrate. Our place in history goes beyond the American Revolution, and with the help of our Office of Veteran Services this year, Yonkers has been named an American World War II Heritage City by the National Park Service. You know, they were the only city in New York State that was given such a designation. Yonkers' greatest generation is recognized for its contributions that supported America's war effort during World War II. For instance, did you know that the Yonkers School of Aeronautical Manufacturing alone trained an estimated 10,000 men and women for what they called war work, or that 5 World War II generals were from Yonkers, 4 of whom graduated Yonkers schools, or Yonkers High School, matter of fact, and that Yonkers was home to over 75 companies that had defense contracts and manufactured, get this, 95% of the cable that sent fuel from England to France under the English Channel. Our contributions to the Allied forces and to that victory over 80 years ago cannot be overstated. I'll ask you again, please join me in recognizing Yonkers' greatest generation and all the veterans who are with us here tonight for making this the greatest country on earth. And if you can, please stand so that we can say thank you for your service. Now, to properly thank and congratulate them, please welcome the pipes and drums of the Police Admiral Society of Westchester. Celebrating 50 years, the Police Admiral Society first appeared under the direction of the Yonkers Police Lieutenant Martin J. Harding at the Yonkers St. Patrick's Day Parade. Let's give a nice round of applause. Thank you, guys. And I'm looking forward to joining you on McLean Avenue in just a few weeks. Councilman Breen, you going to be there? All right. Recognition for Yonkers also extends to our award-winning Yonkers Public Library. Yonkers has always loved its library, But now is their time for statewide attention. This year, YPL was awarded the Schubert Library Excellence Award for its summer reading programs. Our public library also earned its first ever grant from the New York State Council of Arts and a New York State Library grant to improve its local history archives. And this speaks to the improved library spaces and services our libraries offer Yonkers residents. From creating the first ever sensory room in the state that assists with the special needs to building modern creative studios that support podcasters and their digital donations or creations. You can access it all at our library. Now imagine this, a 130-year-old institution. Yonkers Public Library is ready for the evolving world of learning, reading, and creating. Thank you, YPL. We are also connected to our seniors now more than ever. Combating loneliness and isolation is a very real issue for many of our aging residents. So once again, Yonkers is embracing technology to help support them. The Office for the Aging is now offering an electronic companion designed to support and accompany older adults on their journey to age independently. LEQ simulates small and daily conversations with a unique, compassionate personality. The AI system plays music, games, tells jokes, and will even ask trivia questions. From delivering 80,000 meals annually to life-saving wellness checks to organizing shelter for displaced fire victims, our city's agencies continue to provide essential resources to better serve our residents for their health and for their quality of life. So I want to make sure that we just thank each and every one of these groups. Thank you. 2024 is also the time we embrace who we are. I've always been proud of our diversity and the spectrum of cultural, political, ethnic, and religious contributions of our residents. And that's because we continue to reach for more, we really do. And like how we continue to be ranked one of the top cities exhibiting LGBTQ inclusion in our laws and policies, and how because our minority workforce has increased by over 50% since we started here, and because that despite any financial obstacles that we might face, we have always weathered the storm and we always find solutions. And because we continue to be the fastest growing big city in New York State. And most importantly, is because we are proud. We are proud to be from Yonkers. Ladies and gentlemen, our time to be the best of who we can be is now. And I ask you to join me in taking risks, to seek out new opportunities that will further our progress. I know we can, because even on our toughest days, we have persevered. We've put politics aside, and we've always found common place. And that's how we do it here in Yonkers. My hope is that others all around the nation, and maybe even the world, quite frankly, will take our lead. And as President Kennedy once stated, we must use time as a tool and not as a couch. Let's embrace our time to work together, and let's work to build each other up. Now is the time to fight for the future of our students in public schools, to support public safety and community policing. Now is the time for our investments in our economy to flourish and for us to even get more prosperity. Now is the time to embrace the diverse tapestry that makes this city so beautiful. And now is the time to be proud of the path that we have chosen, the path that we have traveled together, and one waiting for us to conquer together. Yonkers, it's our time to shine. Thank you so much. God bless you, and bless the city of Yonkers, and have a good night.
We're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary. Raise up a white flag. Did it come this far just to turn back? The curtains fall for the last act. Breaking that levee, breaking that levee. We made of. Standing our ground, here it goes down. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Oh, wait and see, we're gonna be legendary. Ain't no time like the here and now. Yeah, we showed up, now we showing up. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary. We don't back down, this is what we're made of. Standing our ground, here it goes down.